Alright guys, welcome back. Survival Living here. So today we're actually vacuum sealing a lot of food. So I've been having, the last couple days, I've been putting things in the freezer, air drying, especially our rice and our beans, okay? The reason why I put things in the freezer, guys, is to kill off the weevil, eggs, and larvae, which is in the eggs, that's usually attached to rice. Alright, so freezing it anywhere from 24 hours to 72 hours, depends on how cold your freezer gets. All right, so usually I do 24 hours. I've been doing this for several years now, never had any issue, but it's all debatable online. As far as bay leaves will help keep other insects from being attracted to your supplies, but if it's mylared up, you're not gonna have any issues. Bay leaves will not kill or keep a weevil from hatching from an egg. Remember that, they're already there. Freezing it kills them, kills the larva. That way they'll never hatch. Okay, so we got our Wallaby bags, guys. This is the pack I've already had. This is the new pack that came in. These are the 1 gallon. They don't have the zip tight sealer. So once you open these things up, you can't reseal them unless you've got a Mylar sealer. So we got these in. This is a 30 pack, and I got a couple left in this one right here. So we're going to be doing that today. We also have some candies and things like that. I'm going to go over the steps with you. Like I said, your rice, freeze it first. You can leave it in the original bag, whatever, when you're freezing inside your refrigerator, and then air dry it. Open it up, put it on a cookie sheet, whatever, put some paper towels down. You just want to air dry it. Make sure you don't have any flying insects dive bombing it. Usually I'll put a piece of paper towel over top of it, and once it air dries, then you vacuum seal. You don't want to, Mylar. Same process goes with vacuum sealing. You don't want to seal it up straight out of the freezer because there's a frost on it. You want to make sure it's air dried. You don't want anything mildewing on you. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. Let me go ahead and get some of our rice and everything, get everything started. Of course, these are the 1 gallon, like I said before, Mylar, 1 gallon bags. We had, this one here is one of our test bags where we actually use this to test the temperature on our Mylar sealer. I recommend doing that. We just keep the bag around, that way I can always redo it again. And this one here is a real simple one. I sit there and watch it. As soon as my red light turns off on the side of this thing, like that right there, I know that I've got a good seal. Easy way to test it, put your hand down in there. Very, very good. So my setting is still good on this. So we're gonna go ahead and get into this. All right, so what I've done, we've got 5 pounds of rice in each one of these tubs, and we're just doing it this way. We also have other items here as well. We got sugar, we've got oatmeal and instant grits, the little packets. We got candies, we got beans and stuff still over there. We got a lot of stuff we got to Mylar up. So guys, we try to be as open as possible, also keeping OPSEC on the channel. Wallabies we are affiliated with. Wallabies Mylar bags, we're affiliated with these guys. If you use our codes, you get a discount, and anybody that uses our code, we get a percentage of all sales, okay? It doesn't cost you more, but we make a percentage. And when you use our links, it helps out our channel here. It helps finance a lot of our videos and other projects that we work on, trying to help out our community and things like that. So those that actually purchase through our links, we do appreciate it. So with the Mylar bags, guys, let me pull everything out here. You get a nice little instruction card. You get some stick-on stickers for your bags so we could write down what's on the bag itself. And you get your oxygen absorbers. Now, the way they got these things set up, there's 30 bags in each one, so there's 10 oxygen absorbers in each one of these packets. And basically, it's 1 oxygen absorber per 1 gallon, which is one of these bags right here. So this is what we're going to do, guys. We're going to go ahead and do 5 pounds is what I put in here. I put 5 pounds of rice in one of these Mylar bags. This is 1 gallon. So that is what we use. Do this right here. Very simple process, as long as I don't spill rice everywhere, like I just did. Stand by. Okay, let's go with a coffee mug. Makes it much easier. The other pot I was using before worked a lot easier on me. Had a narrower mouth, and this stuff just went everywhere. So we're gonna do it this way, guys. That way I don't lose all my rice and make a huge mess. Because this is not my house. This is a family member's house that I get to film in when I'm doing these larger projects. So last thing I want to do is make a big mess. You know, try to be as courteous as possible. All right, see if I can get the rest of this in here without making a mess. Nope, still making a mess. I'm gonna have to break out the broom. All right, so we're gonna take one of our oxygen absorbers right here, guys. Now, do you want to check and make sure that these things are working correctly? If they come out really hard when you first get them out of your packages, they're bad. So one of these goes in a 1 gallon container. Now, the best way I found is to kind of crinkle it up a little bit. And the way I stack ours, we either stack it flat, just like this, or we stack them straight up and down. You know, it's up to you. If you want a big old bag, hey, that works too. If you want a big old bundle of it, whatever it is that works best for you. Try to flatten out as much as possible. Squeeze out as much air as possible. Pinch it down tight. Get it in position. And then hold it down until our red light turns off. This is a sealer that I had purchased through Amazon. It was actually the wrong sealer, but it's been working very well with our Mylar. Let it sit there for a second after that, and we've got a good seal. So I've shown this in the past. After we do our seal and everything, as long as we got a good oxygen absorber, it does pull down tight against our rice. So that one there is sealed. We got more rice and stuff to do, but let's go ahead and switch up a little bit. I've actually got a lot of rice to do, a lot. Breakfast. All right, these are instant oatmeal and instant. Sorry guys, this is not my home. The previous mess, that is none of my business. I just cleared me out of a spot to do filming. We got a gallon bag. We've got instant oatmeal, instant grits, all this stuff here. This is all going to go inside this Mylar, is what I'm hoping. I haven't actually tested this out because I actually got a lot in here. We're going to try to pack as many as we can in this 1 gallon, as much as possible. All these are instant. Sure, I guess I could open each one up and pour in the Mylar. We could have done that. I'm just going to take the actual packet, because these are the cardboard paper packets. They breathe. I'm going to pack it down in here. Might have to get me another one. And get all these packed in here. Okay, so we've got our grits and our oatmeal. Got all that stuff in here. These are the instant packets. I store all kind of different type of oatmeal and stuff like that, guys. These are the instant ones. They work very well. Again, check your O2 absorbers. Make sure that they are nice and soft. I'm putting that in there. Might not need it with these, but hey, since I have it available, I'm going to use them. Now again, I'm going to get as much of the oxygen, you know, as much air out as possible before we put this up here. Seal, set it in place, lock it down, and it'll help keep some of the freshness of this, make it last much longer. Now, there are many ways of pulling out all oxygen out of this thing, all the air and everything else. I've not had any issues with this. So the process has been working very well for me, and that's why we show it here on the channel. I just show you what we use here. It might not work for you, but it works great for us. So we'll leave it at that. There's always naysayers and everything else. You do you, and I'll do me. I do like this sealer. It was worth it. It wasn't the one I wanted, but it has been doing a great job. So that is the oatmeal and instant grits. Freaking awesome stuff. Now, let's get to some candy. What do you guys say? Candy sounds good. Morale boosters is basically what it is. We got some strawberry hard candy. There's that strawberry filling hard candy. And we got peppermints. I like peppermints as one of the few flavors I can actually taste inside. My taste buds do not work. The large majority of my taste buds don't work. So I like peppermint. My wife does not, but she loves the strawberry one, so I got her strawberries. So this is what we're doing. I'm gonna fill these up, throw in an O2 absorber, and fill up some morale boosting candies, because if everything stops and you can't get to the store, sure, you could survive without candy. But man, it would be nice to have it, wouldn't it? Perfect, perfect. That is 40 ounces of candy right there. I'm gonna grab one of our O2 absorbers. Let's set that underneath the rice there. Check, make sure that it works correctly, you know, it's loose. We're going to pull out as much of the air as possible. Again, though, I like to flatten these out. This is the way I stack. Lock in place and seal it up. I'll hold it just for a few seconds. Lets that heat strip cool down that we just used to melt this mylar. And there we go. Next up, peppermint candy. I like peppermint. Some people don't. I do. This is a 3-pound bag of peppermints. Yep, hard candies. May as well cut that because that is not coming loose. There we go. Packaged very well. Could I leave it in the original package? Yeah, very possible. Hard candies last a very long time. But since we are trying to mylar a lot of our stuff up to give it that extra longevity in life, that's what we're doing. Holy crap. That is a lot of candy. Alright, pack it down. Grab one of our O2 absorbers. Check, make sure it's not all hard and everything. I doubt we need an O2 absorber for peppermint candies, but since it's available, we are using it. Yeah, I can feel the air poof out when I do that. All right, let's set this in place and lock it down. Again, hold it for a little bit. Fortunately for me, I can actually tell just by filling the bags what's in it. But while you're doing this, it might be a good idea to, as soon as you get done, grab your labels and label everything. Might be a good idea for you. I can already tell. I can just automatically feel that's a peppermint in there. Mainly because most of these stocks we always do, so I've gotten pretty much used to what everything is just by feeling, just picking it up, and I can tell just the density of that. That's rice. And of course, I can feel the packages of this. That's oatmeal and cheese grits, instant grits. So let me clean this up and let's move on to more mylaring. Okay, so we are also working on pinto beans. We had 20 pounds of pinto beans. So what we're trying to do is put 5 pounds per bag. I got additional 7 bags of rice. That is 5 pounds a piece. These 2 bags right here are already full. These are 5 pounds of pintos, and I got 2 more to give us 20. So yeah, this has been a full, not a full day event, but it's been a couple hours of this as far as processing, air drying, because we lost about a day and a half is what I actually froze everything with, the process and everything, and not all at once. So I could only do so much rice in our freezer because just don't have the room, and then air dry it, get it prepared, get it ready for this video while I went ahead and put the other stuff in the other rice. I don't know why that camera turned off, but oh well. So on top of that, we're also doing a review on the Sun Kettle XL outside, boiling water, so that we have that film coming out soon while I'm doing this in here. So let me finish up here. We'll get everything sealed up. All right, so we've got 7 more bags of rice, 4 bags of our pinto beans. Checking our auction absorbers before we put them in. There's a lot of sealing up. I'll show you the end results here momentarily. I want to go ahead and vacuum seal all of these up, make sure. Now when I'm checking this, guys, I'm checking to see if everything's loose. If I get hold of one that's hard, it's a bad O2 absorber, so I just toss them. So that's what I'm doing when I'm checking these, just like that. All right, now that I'm done with these O2 absorbers, I'm going to go ahead and seal them up as tight as I can. That plastic is not as thick as a Mylar, so I wanted to stop it really, really early. That way I don't waste those O2 absorbers. So let's go ahead and get these beans. Again, same process. Pinch it down. Each one of these bags is 5 pounds, more or less. Kind of eyeballed it out. Pretty close. Always lift the lip up just a little bit. Probably can't see it because everything's there. Let me turn that camera there so you can. Just like that. And then we'll set it up in our machine. We'll crimp it down. Again, we'll wait for the red light to go off. Let it sit there for a second. A few seconds, a few moments. Let it cool. And then we'll let it go. Just like that right there. 5 pounds of pintos. I'm actually going to be setting these on the floor because I've run out of room. So, rapid fire. Get as many of these things done as possible. Alright, so one of the most controversial things on prepping, YouTube, communities, everything else. Sugar. Granulated sugar. Granule sugar, alright. I have seen the comments. I've been doing this for many years. If you vacuum seal sugar, or if you put it in Mylar, if you use an O2 absorber, your sugar and salt will turn into a brick. Yes, yes it will. You're adding a layer of protection, Mylar, compared to cardboard, which attracts insects. Very simple. This is a shaver. It's a grater. You can use this type of equipment. You can use a fork, a knife, whatever. It'll break apart quite nicely, breaks down, and this is why we do this. This is why we use O2 absorbers and everything else, because we want to extend the life and add more protection. Now, will sugar last a very long time? Yes, sugar does last a very long time, but not in this current bag right there. That current bag right there will attract every type of insect, ant, you name it. It is no protection. It's paper. And this is why we use vacuum seal bags. This is why we use Mylar. So I'm gonna try to get all 5 pounds of sugar in this 1 gallon bag. We might have a huge mess here in a second, guys. Let me stop right there. Being careful, careful, careful. Well, I'm glad I stopped because I'm not gonna get all 5 pounds in that. This is a 5 pound bag, correct? No, this is a 10 pound bag. That would be why. 10 pound bag. I thought it was a 5 pound bag. All right, 10 pounds of sugar. So that's fine. That gives me more than what I actually thought I purchased, because when I grabbed it, I was thinking 5 pounds. And that's why I couldn't get it all in one bag. Geez, CFP. One of the easiest way. Bag transfer, just flip it upside down. All right, here we go. Now I'm going to kind of eyeball it, make sure we get everything pretty close, kind of, sort of, who knows. But yes, will sugar rock up? Yes, it will. But adding it into a Mylar bag with an O2 absorber, yes, it will make it harder. You will have to break it up, but it's going to last so much longer than something like this. And this is why we do it. So it's entirely up to you. I've seen the comments, you can't do that, you shouldn't do that. You do you, I'll do me. My preparedness levels for a different aspect. Down here in Florida, we've got some nasty insects down here, and they love sugar, they love dry goods, and they will make sure they find their way into it. And this is why we store it in this. We store everything, all of our buckets and stuff, guys, we put in a 5-gallon bucket. We don't store in boxes and things like that. We put everything in a 5-gallon bucket when we're done. I like getting the food grade buckets. You can get them at Walmart. And once it's in Mylar, you really don't have to worry about it. But the reason I like the food grade bucket is because I can always reuse that for food grade stuff later on. And right there in the hardware department, the white buckets I show all the time, right on the side, food grade bucket for about $3 and change. The lids are what's going to cost you the most. So that is roughly 5 pounds of sugar right there. So that is why we do it this way, guys. Everybody has their own ways. I'm not saying that you are wrong in the way that you do things. I just show you what we do. You do whatever you want to. All right, with the addition of our sugar right there, that is all the bags that we Mylar'd up today. We got beans. Yeah, don't worry, they'll suck up by about a week. Sugar, rice. We got, that is our oatmeal and instant grits, and that is our candy over there. So yeah, I'm gonna go label everything before we get all this stuff stocked up, and we even label our buckets as well. So yes, freaking awesome. Got a lot done today. So guys, that is our Wallaby Mylar bags. That is the 30 large. That does not come with the reseal. They do have a reseal 1-gallon bag. I didn't order that this time. This is the one I got in. I'm still waiting on a supply that's coming in. They're supposed to be sending me a lot of their different products, so I can kind of show you like the 5-gallon bucket Mylar, the Ziploc one that I keep on referring to, the MRE style one. They're supposed to be sending me this stuff. I haven't received it yet. I just contacted them. There was some type of mix-up, and they said that the shipment is out for delivery for me. When those come in, I'll show you that again, guys. Again, if you're interested in Wallabies, we do have a link. You save money using it, and it helps us out. If you don't want to buy through us, buy directly from the company. I don't use Amazon because I've had packages come in through Amazon from a third-party seller, and it came like that with a sticker on it. Everybody in the neighborhood knew what it was, at least the mail person. Buying directly with Wallaby, it comes in a cardboard box that doesn't have any markings that it's Mylar. That's why I buy directly through them. That's entirely up to you guys. At least you're going to be buying directly from a manufacturer instead of a third party at Amazon. So that's up to y'all, and I'll speak to you later.